Hi guys, Lee here. This is part 2 of the crude oil trade that I did for you. Check out part 1 because I think it's really important what we were talking about there. So it's a continuation here, part number 2. So we had, let me just go through. So we had a pro trend system buy here. I got in around this area here. It went all the way up, came all the way down, and my profit target was just around here, 75.45 it was. Now, and it hit that profit target. Oh, look at that, 75.48. But the point I'm trying to make, what I was trying to make is this pullback was the key because it went red. I got out the trade and banked the profits, and then it went green again, and then it hit its profit target. Now it was this pullback where you get faked out the trade. Now I got out the trade because of the big wicks and the histograms, and it turned red on the PTS eventually, so that was my exit signal. But my profit target was that area up there, and if we look at the 1 hour chart, we had those yellow lines exactly where we were looking to hit the profit target. So the psychological effect on me, this might be quite damaging because it hit my profit target, but I got out the trade because of the pullback. Now, I got out of trade because it turned red and then we had that wick, of course. But let's say you were looking for that profit target, and let's say it had the pullback, which it did. It's really hard to sit through that pullback psychologically if you're sitting there just watching it. Even myself. And I'll tell you something now. If anyone says to you that sitting through a pullback is easy, they're not trading live and they're not doing it full time, because the pullback fakes you out the trade a lot of the time. The more experienced you become, the easier it does become. I think after doing this many years, it's the best thing is to walk away, grab a cup of tea, go for a walk, get your stop to break even, and go for your profit target if that's your, you don't get your exit signal, all right, if that's your objective. There's no book, there's no system that will literally make it easier for you. The reason is because you're human, you've got emotion. As long as you've got a pulse, you would have emotion, guys, all right? So sitting through that pullback is hard work. But look, how do I feel now it's gone up and hit its profit target? I could have taken a new green buy signal here on the pro trend system and then hit the profit target up here, that's fine. But let's say you didn't have the system. And let's just take it off. So let's say you just used a normal candlestick chart and it's gone up green, 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 red, the fake out, the big red candlestick here, the big red candlestick here, here, here. So the price comes down, fakes you out, and then goes up in this direction. So it's this fake out. Exit the room, exit the chart, exit looking at your P&L once you've got your stop to break even, because if you can wait for that profit, the price to get to its profit target, that is a much bigger profit, isn't it? Your risk is that. And what is that? 1, 2, 3, just over 3 to 1 risk reward ratio. So what I'm trying to say is you've got to try and let those trades run if you can do. Because if you get faked out and it does hit the profit target, you're going to feel a little bit of as though you want to beat yourself up a little bit of I should have stayed in the trade, a little bit of why didn't I stay in the trade, this self-sabotage that we all like to do as human beings, especially in the trading world, especially when we're learning, okay? But you never know what's going to happen next. There's another trade around the corner. It's a never-ending buffet. It really is. You just keep going back, helping yourself to more. And I hope you've learned a little bit with that pullback, because it is the trickiest part of the trade if you're going for a big move. And I always say to my students, are you going for a big move or small move? And if you're going for a big move with an entry here, and then you're looking for a profit up here, say, okay, around this area, we were looking at 75 zone, just above that 75.40, 75.45, where that yellow box is right here. We were looking for that. We hit it exactly. If you're looking to go for that bigger profit like that, are you going for a big move or small move? And if you are going for that bigger profit, then you've got to expect the pullback, and you've got to accept the consequences of what happens if you get out the trade and you get stopped out for a little bit of profit. All right, because not all moves are big moves. Most moves are small moves, all right, as in smaller profits as a day trader. Not every move is a big move where it goes 100 odd points, or in this case around the 74.50. In fact, that's for a 100-point move. All right, so I hope it helps, guys. It is real. This is what it's all about. It's not all about we buy here and sell here. It is all about, you know, what happens when it gets a little bit tricky for you. And this part 1 and part 2 really is all about sitting through the pullback. I've not found a secret for sitting through the pullback, really. You know, the Green Pro Trend system, your software, whatever you're using, we're using our systems here, helps you. Of course it does, but still, you've got emotion, you've still got that adrenaline buzz, you're still trying to do your best to make you know, as much profit out the trade as you possibly can do. All right, so hope it helps. I feel a little bit gutted that it got to the profit target and I wasn't in the trade, but I did get my red PTS sell signal and I got out a little bit earlier. You know, for me, you just got to be hardened, brush it to one side, because there's another trade. The worst thing you could do is, you know, start tracing the market, but the biggest thing for you to not do is beat yourself up and think you got it all wrong, because you never stop learning from every single trade. All right, hope it helps, and I'll speak to you soon. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye, guys.